Manchester United were unable to convert their lead against Fulham into a crucial 3 points. The Red Devils will only take 1 point from their opening 2 games of the 2025-26 season after being held to a 1-1 draw against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Bruno Fernandes missed a crucial penalty in the first half, with the United captain frustrated at referee Chris Kavanagh for bumping into him during his spot kick setup. There were some impressive performances, including Lenny Yoro's dominant display, but ultimately, Ruben Amorim will be frustrated at only taking 1 point away from the match. Ruben Amorim accuses Man United of shutting down after goal as they did against Arsenal last week. United started brightly against Fulham, with Matheus Cunha in particular finding himself in dangerous positions. United kept pushing for the opener and eventually found it through Yoro's deflected header, but Amorim was not pleased with how his side reacted to taking the lead. Speaking to Sky Sports after the full-time whistle, Amorim said, "I think we can do better, but we are putting the effort. So that is the most important thing for me. I think we did well in some moments, especially at the beginning of the game. After the goal, we were just thinking about the result. This team needs to win games, so we need to focus on the performance and what we need to do, because if we focus on the results, we forget to do the normal things. We were okay until the goal. We scored, and we should do the opposite. Have more possession, push more the opponent. We were not smart in that moment." Man United optimism slips after Fulham draw. Despite the result, there were plenty of positives in United's Arsenal defeat, and it drummed up some optimism in the fan base. However, it also piled on pressure. For United to win at Craven Cottage, and a 1-1 draw means that the Red Devils find themselves in 16th position. The positivity floating around supporters will quickly be sapped if performances and results don't improve. With Grimsby Town and Burnley on the horizon, there is now more pressure than ever for United to not only win, but also to score plenty of goals and entertain. Man UTD gave the game to Fulham. Ruben Amorim says after 1-1 draw. Ruben Amorim says Man Ut gave the game to Fulham after their 1-1 draw. Emile Smith-Rowe scored with his first touch to deny Manchester United a first win of the season in a 1-1 draw at Fulham. Smith-Rowe tucked home Alex Iwobi's cross to cancel out Rodrigo Muniz's own goal and end United's incredible run of 8 successive victories at Craven Cottage. Manchester United injury update. Noussair Mazraoui and Lisandro Martinez latest. News and return dates. Manchester United begin their quest to regain the Carabao Cup this week as they take on League Two outfit Grimsby in the second round. Ruben Amorim's side will head to Blundell Park expecting to record a first win of the new season after losing at home to Arsenal and drawing with Fulham in their opening 2 games. Man Utted can count themselves somewhat unlucky to have left Craven Cottage without all 3 points, but were ultimately left to rue Bruno Fernandes's penalty miss, despite taking the lead through Rodrigo Muniz's own goal. One positive to emerge from the stalemate is no fresh injury concerns as Man United aim to reach the Carabao Cup third round and then sign off for the first international break of the campaign by beating Burnley at the weekend. With that in mind, here's a look at the latest Manchester United injuries. Noussair Mazraoui, the Moroccan defender, has not featured since Man United's first pre-season friendly, where he played 45 minutes of the goalless draw against Leeds. Since then, Noussair Mazraoui, who made 57 appearances across all competitions, last season has been sidelined with a thigh problem that has caused him to miss both league games of the campaign so far. Amorim has not yet revealed when the versatile defender will be available for selection again. Potential return date: unknown. Lisandro Martinez. The Argentine is Man United's sole long-term absentee, as he is recovering from the ACL injury he suffered against Crystal Palace in February. Although he has stepped up his rehabilitation, it is unlikely he will be available for selection before the autumn. Gary Neville reveals Kobbie Mainoo concerns after Ruben Amorim benched the Man United star again, as he names 2 transfer priorities. Gary Neville has expressed concerns Kobbie Mainoo is now the 4th choice central midfield option at Man United, while admitting he believes the Red Devils still need to enter the transfer market to strengthen the position. Mainoo, 20, was an unused substitute on Sunday as Man United were held to a 1-1 draw by Fulham at Craven Cottage. The England international watched from the bench as Emile Smith-Rowe drew Fulham level after Rodrigo Muniz's own goal, with Amorim turning to defenders Harry Maguire and Aiden Heaven as he sought to push for a winner late on. It marked the second successive match where the Man United Academy product has been an unused substitute. Former Man United defender Neville suggested the Amorim isn't having Mainoo, while highlighting the center of midfield as a problem position that may need to be resolved in the transfer market. In central midfield, they have to do a piece of business now, he said on the Gary Neville podcast. Liverpool hit with reality check over Alexander Isak's 150-meter valuation. As Newcastle refused to budge, journalist Luke Edwards has delivered a fresh update on Newcastle United's hardline stance regarding Alexander Isak, making it clear that the club's Saudi-backed ownership have no intention of letting the striker go on the cheap. Newcastle have enjoyed a productive transfer window, adding 4 senior players to Eddie Howe's squad and still hoping to secure another before the market closes. Yet despite that, the central narrative of the summer has been dominated by Isak's uncertain future. The Swedish forward has openly expressed his desire to move on, insisting that the club have gone back on their word and broken promises, leaving him unwilling to continue at St. James's Park. Despite his public statement, the Magpies have remained unmoved. Reports suggest Isak has been informed directly that he will not be sold before the window shuts. Edwards adds that Newcastle's owners, PIF, are adamant. Only an astronomical bid would even be considered, and the 150-meter valuation placed on Isak is a clear deterrent rather than an invitation. From Newcastle's perspective, unless they manage to bring in 2 new strikers, they will not even contemplate a sale. As such, Isak's announcement has carried little weight. Club legend Alan Shearer has condemned the forward's handling of the saga, saying he should dismiss his agent, while Wayne Rooney went as far as to say he wouldn't welcome Isak back into a dressing room if he were a teammate. The club's hierarchy remains steadfast. PIF have repeated to Isak that he is staying put, and Edwards claims their 150-meter price tag is meant to underline that stance. Behind the scenes, Newcastle know any offer at that level would be wildly above market value, but backing down now would risk weakening their authority. For Liverpool or any other suitor, the message is simple: pay up or wait. As the Magpies prepare to face Liverpool in the Premier League, Isak is training separately and will not feature against the very team